Welcome everyone once again to this series of interview. I can say now with the ladies of the trombone. We start a new season, the second season, because the first season was really successful. So the second season was focused in this ladies of the trombone around the world. Today, I have the amazing opportunity to have the nice Lisa Chappell with us. Welcome, Lisa.
Hi, thanks for having me today.
How's it going there?
It's going well. I'm in Japan right now, so it's nighttime. It's dark outside. But yeah, things are going well, or as well as they can, during this time.
So tell me, I think you were in America when everything started, right? In Florida, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. So actually, when it really started, I was actually in Arizona, which is my hometown, Phoenix, Arizona. So I was there visiting some family and playing some gigs. And that was kind of right before everything started. So then I actually traveled to Florida for a job and it got canceled. And then I got stuck and was in Florida for about two and a half months, just kind of waiting for everything to be over. And, it's not over yet, but at least I was fortunate enough to be able to travel back home to Japan. So that's where I am now. It's been crazy.
That's really crazy to hear that.
Yeah.
So Lisa, tell me, how do you deal with that moment that you hear, oh, everything is canceled. You have to stay at home 24/7. What did you do?
I mean, honestly, it was shocking, because I had this as many of us did, I had this entire year planned out, I had my whole calendar filled out with, the jobs and the gigs and everything that was going to be done and all my travel and everything. And for all of that to come to a screeching stop, I've never really experienced something like that before. And I know we're all together, we're all going through the same boat here, but to really have that happen, it was quite shocking. But I'm just trying to make the best of it. I had already been kind of trying to transition into the online world. I've been putting a lot more emphasis into my YouTube channel and my website and my social media. So I was just, I'm trying to see the positive in this, and I'm really doing a lot more online, making videos, making recordings, practicing.
How did you start everything that you were at home and you said to yourself, oh, this is new for me. It's a daily routine. I have a trombone. What should I do?
Yeah.
Lisa did with trombone during this period?
Yeah. So mainly, like I said, just for my YouTube channel. So that's really been the thing that's been motivating me to practice. I've been arranging a lot of tunes for trombone. So obviously by making the arrangements, that's giving me the motivation to practice those arrangements. And I've also been reaching out to a lot of friends of mine, other musicians, and doing collaborations. And I've really been letting that fuel my motivation, is just by creating my own projects, and putting them online. And I feel like doing YouTube and doing social media, it's a way to keep me accountable. If we just have no gigs coming up and an infinite amount of time, it's hard to have things to practice or come up with things to practice. So I guess of just making my own stuff to practice, I guess.
So that was, you can say that was your mainly motivation.
Yeah, definitely, I'd say. And it's been giving me a way to not only make music with people, but communicate with people. I feel like as musicians, at least a lot of us, music isn't only our job, it's our life, it's our social life. When we go play concerts, when we go play gigs, when we go hang out with other musicians and network with other musicians, that's our social time. That's what we do. So you take all that away too, and you're just stuck at home. So I feel like all the online stuff and even doing interviews like this is giving musicians an outlet to talk to other musicians and share ideas and, what we've been up to, what we've been doing. So
talking about sharing the ideas, what do you do with your, yeah, talking about trombone? You
Yeah.
routine with the trombone every single day since you were in Florida and then you moved to Japan
Mhm.
few days ago.
Yeah.
What is your daily routine with trombone nowadays?
My daily routine, I actually did a live stream a couple weeks ago where I went through like some warm-up exercises that I do. So I always make sure I'm doing my warm-up exercises and keeping up with my fundamentals. But then after that, like I said, the main music I've been working on now is my own arrangements and stuff that I've been recording. Um, it's not like I I put all the gig music for the rest of the year. I was like, well, I'm not going to be playing any of this music. So, yeah, I guess everything is just centered around, for me, just making videos and playing arrangements. So I've actually even been arranging music. It's weird. It's like I'm trying to arrange stuff that's harder and harder and harder to like give myself something to practice, if that makes sense. It's like, always pushing the envelope on how high you can play, or, maybe trying something a little different. Um, yeah, I'm just kind of doing that kind of stuff.
In the moment that you saw yourself at home, locked,
Hmm.
however you want to call
Yeah.
it, what was your short-term goal and your long-term goal? Because we didn't know what's going to happen in that moment, that period.
Yeah. You mean like professionally, like for music, or just in general?
Now we have to um deal this interview in two phases.
Yeah.
We're gonna be
Yeah.
talking about trombone, and then at the end, kind of into your personal routine, But
Yeah.
let's leave it about the trombone. What was your short-term goal in that?
Mm. Let's see. That's a really good question. I don't know if I had a short-term goal. It was just to play every day. I know that might sound like super simple, but I'm a big believer of kind of, I don't like to take days off. I know this is kind of, different amongst musicians, but just making sure I was playing every day. Exactly, we don't know how long this is going to last. It could be over tomorrow, it could last forever, and the world's going to be changed. We just don't know. So I think the biggest thing for me is just keeping up the motivation to play every day. I might take a day off here and there, if I do something or have something else going on, but I think it was just the consistency of playing every day, having a routine. I do kind of play around the same time every day and make sure I, at least get 1 or 2 sessions in. And it's just, I think just the consistency of playing every day, just making yourself pick up the horn, making yourself play something, because I don't want to come out of this and have, quarantine chops or something, like I hadn't been playing. So just trying to stay in shape.
Yeah, that's true. And what about long-term goals that you were saying that you are able to do some arrangement, to do some
Yeah.
routines?
I think my long-term goals is just, I'm figuring this all out now, but as I'm kind of entering into the online world, I've really been working a lot on my website. One of my biggest long-term goals is to get my YouTube channel monetized. So I can, eventually turn that into an income stream for myself as a freelance musician. I think it's important for us to have as many income streams as possible. So definitely just kind of navigating this new world of, just having my online presence look really good and be communicating with the trombone community. And yeah, I guess online monetization would be my long-term goal. Being able to, if I need to, if we all need to, like, as a musician, be able to work from home. I also set up an online lesson studio, and I've been teaching some lessons via Zoom and just all that stuff, really just trying to transition into this online age that we have entered, whether we wanted to or not, so.
I can leave you a minute to leave all your social media accounts. For example, YouTube. The
Oh, you want me to tell you right now?
user, yeah, yeah, use this
Yeah.
So the kind of publicity, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. So yeah, all of my social media, my website, my YouTube, everything is at Lisa Liz Trombone. Everything. I did it that way, so it's easy to find. I'm on Twitter, obviously Instagram, Facebook, and my YouTube channel as well, and my website. It's all Lisa Liz Trombone. So it should be easy to find. Hopefully, I set it up that way. So yeah.
Lisa, tell me something. In that moment that you saw yourself at home, still in
Mm-hmm.
Florida or nowadays in Japan, what is the thing that you are missing the most?
Oh, that's easy. Well, obviously live music. You know, I miss not only playing live music, but going to live music. Like I said, you know, for me, if this is a good thing or a bad thing, you know, maybe I don't have a life outside of music. You know, music was my everything. That like all my friends were musicians. You know, if I wasn't playing a gig, if I had a night off, I was going to watch one of my friends play, you know, and making an event out of it. You know, you don't just like go to the show. Maybe you would go out for dinner beforehand or like go get a drink afterward, and just really having that socialization, I think, you know. So obviously seeing live music, but also being able to go eat at restaurants and go to a bar, and you know, all that stuff is, it's kind of crazy when I think about it. It's like, oh, I haven't been to a restaurant in months. So, you know, I guess just going out.
So do you think this is going to be the first thing that you will do, at least when they find a vaccine on everything, all the quarantine stops?
Yeah.
Be it,
Well,
I don't know. If you're in Japan, I can say eating sushi in a restaurant, for example.
yeah. Well, the first thing I'd want to do is, yeah, obviously just go out and hang out with my friends. You know, I would love to just go eat at my favorite restaurant and, you know, be able to go out and not worry about anything. So, but the likelihood of that happening anytime soon, you know, just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. And I mean, I would obviously love to, you know, get called for a gig or, you know, have some work show up. So, but yeah, we just don't know. So I almost try to not think about it too much, because not that I'm trying to be negative, but it's like I don't want to get my hopes up in a sense. I'm just trying to like really make the best of where we are now, like make the best of staying at home. You know, I've been able to do stuff that I have been putting off for years, you know, in regards to my musical career and stuff that I just don't have time to do if I'm on tour or if I'm traveling, you know. So just trying to see the best of it, I guess.
Of course, I think you're a really positive person in general. you're.
I'm trying to be.
We are trying all to be the same way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were saying something really important, that you love music, you love playing the
Mm-hmm.
song, you love to go somewhere and to listen live music.
Mm-hmm.
So nowadays, music become became as well um, really important for human society. All of,
Mm-hmm.
for example, now I'm in Milan, in Italy. Um, in the south Italy, there was a guy who was really he got really famous at the news.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing some tune from the Beatles, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
with playing the trumpet in a balcony.
Mm-hmm.
So all the city was off, was silence, and
Yeah.
that tune, and all the people got really, really like commoted, really like not sad, but they were crying because it was kind of a hope seeing a guy
Mm-hmm.
in the
Yeah.
trumpet, a tune, doesn't matter what tune, but the thing that I want to ask you is, do you think people will appreciate music a bit more after this crazy period, this quarantine, this lockdown?
Yeah. That's an interesting question. I think people are discovering music more right now. Maybe people who music wasn't so much a part of their daily life, they are seeing it a lot more online. It's becoming more accessible. I know, you know, just for myself as a musician, you know, I follow a lot of other musicians online on social media, and just the amount of videos I'm seeing now from everybody is so much more, you know, than it was when we were all out working. And so I think music is becoming a lot more accessible to people now. And maybe if they weren't a music fan before, they are now. So how that will translate into, will those people become patrons of, live theater or a live orchestra or a live band? I'm not sure, but I do know that a lot of people have been enjoying watching more music online. Even if they're not musicians, it's almost giving them like a distraction or just something to make them smile. Like you were saying with that guy playing in Italy, just having something beautiful to listen to and kind of take your mind off of everything that's going on. Because at the end of the day, I think people just want to be entertained, So.
Lisa, we were talking about that you are really active. I think because I know, for example, James Markey, Charlie Byrne, all the guys that are in America, most of them, they are not so active on the social media, but I think you are really good trombone player and you are active on social media, really, really active, posting videos,
Yeah.
everything. So I think people is wondering, they are wondering what kind of equipment are you using, not just trombone equipment, recording, camera,
Oh, okay.
device, can you share?
Yeah, sure. So actually my equipment is pretty simple. For recording video, I just use my iPhone. So just my iPhone for video. And then as far as recording equipment goes, my home setup, which I have here at my house in Japan, I have a Shure SM57 microphone.
I think you did a review about this microphone, right?
That was actually the Shure MV88,
That was
which and not like I'm trying to plug it, but I literally like had it right here. So I just grabbed it. So I bought this microphone because I was going to be doing a lot of traveling this year. Like I said, I don't know if I mentioned it in this interview, but the job that I went to Florida for, like I was going to be doing a cruise ship gig all summer. So I knew that I had to have like a portable recording system. So I got the Shure MV88. It is super tiny and it actually plugs right into your iPhone. And actually a lot of the projects I've been doing, I haven't been recording into my iPhone. I've actually been recording into my iPad and running GarageBand directly from there. So in all honesty, it's not a professional setup. It's pretty simple. Just this tiny mic into an iPad, and I use GarageBand. Just today I was doing some recording back on my like studio mic, and then I run GarageBand into my MacBook. So, I mean, a pretty simple setup, really.
That's really interesting because I think the quality of all your videos, they're really good. For example, the last video that you was Havana something.
Havana, yeah.
Are you also into a video maker, sound engineer? What else did you learn this quarantine?
Yeah. Well, sound, I would say, is definitely hard. Like I said, I'm still using GarageBand, which I know is a free program. I really want to update to Logic. It's on my list of things I want to buy. So I think I have been getting better with sound, but it's still hard, I guess you bring up a good point. Like, yeah, the stuff I've been learning during quarantine by making these videos, it's like, oh, now I gotta, I already knew how to arrange and write music, and I know how to play the trombone, but yeah, suddenly trying to figure out all this sound equipment, and then it's a lot to learn. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and just trying to check it out. Yeah, tutorials. I did upgrade to, I do for video editing, I use Final Cut Pro 10. I did upgrade the video, and that was like the best money I'd ever spent. So I'm really enjoying getting into video editing. But yeah, I'm learning as I go. So I definitely view each video as I make as an experimentation, and I certainly learn each time. I'm like, oh, well, that didn't work. Let me try something new this next time. So it's been fun. It's been a nice challenge to try to learn that stuff. So
tell me some ideas, some new plans coming up. Upcoming video from Lisa Chappell. Can we?
Okay, so I'm working on one I'm working on several right now, but one I'm super excited about is it's an all trombone arrangement of Africa. by Toto, the 80s rock song.
Dun, dun.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm excited about it because it's actually the first time I'm making a drum beat to go with it.
Oh.
So that's new territory for me. So like I said, I use these videos as like an experimentation, you know. It's like, okay, let me try to add this, let me try to add that. So I'm pretty excited about doing that one. So yeah.
Lisa, nowadays you are spending your time, your days in Japan, close to Tokyo, if I'm not wrong.
That's right. Yeah, I live in Yokosuka, which is just south of Tokyo.
Since when are you living in Yakuza?
When did I move here?
Yeah,
I moved here in 2016, so I've been here for about 4 years.
4 years. How's your
Yeah,
Japanese going?
it's okay.
Okay.
I've been, I would say I'm functional. You know, I'm not fluent, but I can certainly hold a conversation and send a simple email. I've just gotten back from being in the United States for months, so I haven't spoken any Japanese, so it's probably pretty bad right now.
And your projects in Japan
Yeah.
for the future?
Well, actually, I'm going to be moving back to the United States in a few months. I'm going to be moving to the Seattle area.
Forever, you mean, or just for a time, for a couple of months? You don't know.
Well, I'm moving. I don't know how long I'll be there. At least a few years. But yeah, I'm going to be leaving Japan. So at the moment, I'm not like currently looking to set up any more projects here. I'm definitely going to start setting, and that's kind of the first time I've announced that to anybody that I'm moving back to the States. So I think
In Japan, you're gonna be crying because people from Japan, they are watching this.
yeah, I know, I see. Yeah, I'll be very sad to leave Japan. I absolutely love it here. So
Okay. And projects now that you announced this really important announcement, I can say,
mhm.
it's coming up in America. Also
Sorry.
freelancing freelance projects, or you have a proper like a full-time job? What kind of ideas are
Um,
you doing?
yeah, so like I said earlier, like my entire calendar has been wiped clean for the year. So there are no gigs. Like there are no freelance gigs anywhere, completely gone. So I don't know what the future holds. Like I mentioned, I am going to be moving to the Seattle area. So pretty soon here, I'm going to start networking, trying to meet local musicians. But even that idea of networking when you go to a new city, I'm not going to be able to go out and watch live music or go. So it's all going to have to be online networking. So
Really important.
yeah, I don't know what's going to come up.
So nowadays, musicians, not just musicians, I think all over the world, people, they want to become a YouTuber because they can live with that. They want to become a yes, here a friend was trying to become a gamer to live. I don't know, to do this kind of interview, but playing a game, and you can.
Yeah.
So it's a new era. We have to put ourselves together and say, okay, musicians, we can work and do a warm-up session on Zoom with
Yeah.
people watching, but we cannot hear anything. We just have to play.
Yeah.
Really interesting. I don't know. It's a new beginning for us as musicians.
It really is. So I'm just trying to, like I said, stay positive, and for now, I guess really put all my stock and all my efforts into this new online world. We don't have the option to go take a gig or go sit in somewhere or go out and play. Everyone I know, their calendars have been wiped clean. So might as well kind of put stock into this new online world, like I said, like beefing up the social media and YouTube and, doing Zoom classes and stuff like that. This could be the future for, gosh, who knows how long. So
if some people are interested to get you on Zoom lesson, private lessons,
yeah.
how they can reach you?
Easy. So in my most of you are watching this on Instagram Live. In my link tree in my bio, I have like all my links there. I have a link directly to my online lessons page. I think it just says like want to take Zoom lessons or something. You can click on it. For those of you who are on Facebook, if you go to my website, lisaliztrombone.com, I do have a page for online lessons, and you can read about it. Or if you, for some reason, you still can't find the page, just send me a DM. Like I said, I'm on every social media platform at Lisa Liz Trombone. Just send me a DM if you're interested.
So people on Facebook, on
Yeah.
later with subtitles on kind of. I think, you know, on YouTube you can put one language and it takes automatically and it's going to all the subtitles, all the languages. Lisa, yes.
Yeah.
Kind of going into the end of this really nice talk with you.
Yeah.
Really nice. Thanks. What are your dreams in the future?
My dreams in the future, like my absolute dream, I know this might sound kind of vague, but I just want to be living in a city. I love living in urban areas. So I would love to live in a city and just have constant work as a freelance musician. You know, I would love to live in a city and just be really well connected and be a part of the musical community and know all the musicians in town and just have, you know, lots of different venues to play in and know everybody. So definitely just living in a place that I love and getting to play music every day. I'd say that's my biggest goal. I definitely want to at some point, I'm not sure when this is going to be because I'm putting a lot of my stock in arranging right now and doing that kind of stuff. But I would eventually like to, you know, take some time to write my own music and have some original tunes or original compositions come out. That's something I'm definitely interested in the future.
And talking about dreams, your dream arrangement, your dream as a componist, you can say, as a composer.
Yeah.
What would you like to compose? What would you like?
Yeah. So I've actually been kind of really interested in this lately this is kind of like a long talk. I'll try to shorten it, but this idea, especially as trombonist going through school, it was like we were like always given the choice of like classical or jazz, right? And it was like that was it. But I actually really love pop music. If I don't know, those of you who've seen my videos and stuff, I love covering pop tunes. So I would love to compose music in that style. You know, not necessarily classical, not necessarily jazz, but just really fun, like poppy, upbeat kind of trombone music, you know, maybe with a rhythm section and drums and that kind of stuff. So I guess maybe, I don't want to say creating a new genre, but like something like a different direction for the trombone to go in, if that makes sense.
Really good to hear that. Looking forward.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like I said, everything's like in the idea stages at this time. That's another thing with all this free time that we have. It's like, well, gosh, you know, what do I want to do in the future? So a lot of time to think, I guess.
Looking forward to see your projects, your new upcoming projects, and to hear as well. I really like your music, the thing that you are doing. So, really interested.
Thank you. Well,
Lisa, I have first of all, thanks a lot for your time. I think
sure.
It's almost 9 in the evening, right?
Yeah, it's 8:38 p.m. in Japan right now.
In America is 8 in the morning almost.
I think so. Yeah.
Wow, I'm in the middle. It's almost 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, you're right in the middle. So,
Lisa, to end this interview, I am not a journalist, so I'm not able to say, to finish this interview. So, to finish this really nice chat talking with you, I have to tell you 5 things. 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you have to reply each of them with just one word.
okay.
If you understood well. It's really difficult for all my guesses here. So,
Okay.
trombone.
I just have to say one word. Okay. Fun.
Fun. Okay, we start over again, all over again.
Okay.
I think you're a really good student. Lisa, family.
Cats.
Beer.
Oh, White Claw.
Music.
Pop.
Future.
Musicals.
And the last one, life.
Music.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Lisa. Thanks, people.
Yeah.
Instagram. They will. I think they will watch it later on Instagram TV. And for example, the people on Facebook, they can watch it later on YouTube. It's gonna be edited a little bit.
Okay, sure.
And everything. So, I will end on this Instagram account. Bye, people from Instagram.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching.
And now